Hey everyone, how are y'all doing? Hello, hello, hello. What time is it? Good afternoon, good evening. I hope everyone is doing well. Haven't been on in a while and doing a live, that is. And but I felt like coming on today and to give a word of encouragement, because that's all we can do now is to encourage each other. And it's such a wonderful thing to know that we're not going through by ourselves. It's important to have somebody to go through this time with. I'm serious. This can be so overwhelming at times because we all go through life. This is life and it happens. But I'm really praying and hoping that everyone is buckled down and, doing your best. In spite of, we all have to make our decisions. And decision is either to buckle down and do what's right or to just go out there and do whatever. But I thought I'd come on and just encourage you all. Life sometimes get like a roller coaster. Oh my goodness. I was thinking today and I was like, man, when you think about a roller coaster, when you go to the theme park and you see the roller coaster sometime for the first time, and you see the turns, the different turns it takes, and what happens when you get on that ride. And I can remember back in the day when I was a little girl, and I first you're like, do I want to get on that ride? Or because you see the turns that it's gonna take. But anyway, getting on a roller coaster, when you first get on it, and that first part where, okay, first you go and you sit down in a seat and you start to hold on to the bars. You're like, oh Lord. The first thing, like, oh Lord. But anyway, when that roller coaster takes off and it's starting to climb, when it started to climb that peak, I think that everybody's heart, or most people's hearts, start to accelerate. Okay, mine sure did. And I hold on even tighter. The higher that roller coaster goes is the tighter you hold on to those bars. At least for me, that's what I did. And you know what's gonna happen when you get to the top, the peak of that roller coaster. And so you anticipate getting to the top, because you know what's fitting to happen. You know what's gonna happen. Hi y'all. Hey Donna. Hey Rhonda. You know what's gonna happen in that roller coaster. So you anticipate and you hold on, and you start to pray. You pray sometimes 10 prayers in different languages, and because that it's fit to drop. Okay, so it goes up that roller coaster start climbing, and sometimes maybe your heartbeat starts to increase. And you're anticipating what's about to happen. When it gets to that noise, going up, man. But anyway, you get to the top of that peak, and here it comes. Your grip gets even tighter, and you probably start to sweat, and maybe close your eyes. I did. I was like, oh my God, you close your eyes, get ready for that dip. And so, even though you know what's going to happen, you decide to take the chance, right? And so, I'm thinking about it. I'm feeling it now while I'm telling you guys. And when that roller coaster get off that peak and start to decelerate and takes off from that peak, it's like, oh, all the screaming and everything. Sometimes you start screaming before it starts to move from that peak. But anyway, and it starts to go the different directions, and sometimes it flips you, take you upside down. It pulls you to the left, pulls you to the right, and you go through the emotions of it, and all you're thinking about, you're not thinking about anything else. All you're thinking about is that, oh my God, I hope this is safe. Oh my God, I hope my life is okay. And sometimes you're thinking about, okay, is this safe? It's a lot of things that go through your mind, but most of all, you're praying. And you're praying that you end this journey on this roller coaster safely. And life it gets just like that. There are times when you're on a flight, you just get on a ride and you're right there, and life becomes, okay, everything is calm, we good. And then here comes, it takes to another direction. What do you do? What do you do knowing that, this may go a different direction? And I think everybody needs to focus in this moment. Focus, understand, don't be in denial. Understand what is going to happen, because the way life is going right now. Understand, sit down and understand, process. Okay, this is fitting to get worse. Okay, there's no sense in saying, it'll be over soon, or it's gonna be all right, or to me, those are denial statements or sayings. It's important to understand that life is like a roller coaster sometimes, and you have to prepare yourself mentally. Going up that peak on a roller coaster, you start to prepare yourself mentally. Okay, I can do this. Okay, what do I need to do to stay safe? Hold on tight, even though it's gonna be rough. And and this is what life is. You have to understand where we are right now. You have to know that you have to hold on tight to the bars. But what bars are you holding on to? What you're holding on to, is it going to keep you safe? Is it going to direct you through life in a sensible way, a productive way? How is, what are you holding on to? We hold on to the bars again in that roller coaster. You look for safety. Okay, what safety device are you looking for in this troubled time? Do you have a safety device? It's important to know where you are, because life happens. We've had pandemics. We've had storms, especially in Florida. We've had storms. We've had tornadoes. But it's a planning stage. It's important that you plan right. And I'm getting on to encourage you guys. Make sure you're planning right, and make sure the thing that you're holding on to is stable enough to keep you through the tornadoes. It keep you through those swift left turns, swift right turn, like the roller coaster. It's when you're going up the peak and when you're about to drop. Make sure that the foundation you have is stable enough. Your house is strong enough, which is your mind, your heart. Make sure those things are in place more than anything else. Okay, you have your job, you have your family. It's a rough time. It is. I don't have children. I have a husband, but I think about people with children, with a family. You're not just thinking about yourself, but you got to think about your children. Your children have to go to school, the daycare. It's a tug and war. This can be so overwhelming, and I can't even imagine for those people that have to work, those that have little kids. I can't imagine. But one thing I know, it's important to get you first as an adult. Get your mind right. Get your heart right. That when you going up that peak as a roller coaster taking off, going up, you are preparing your mind mentally for those turns, because this is not it. Understand that it doesn't sometimes, as we see that people everyone doesn't take life seriously, and we can see that. It amazes me how many people that really don't care, and they're not considerate of others. People have their parents, grandparents, people in their family with underlying issues, and there are people that just don't care about the next person. And the thing is, if you don't love yourself, if you don't care about yourself, you can't do that for others. So when you see people just carelessly living and just running out there and don't care about the virus, some say, oh, what virus? It's like a cold. I mean, really, some people, it's very hard. It's like a block. There are people that are blocked. They cannot process life the way you do if you're processing life. They cannot understand. They cannot comprehend because they have a block. And we understand, from our government, leadership, wherever, there are people that are suffering from mental disease, mental illness. And it's about to get real, because there are people that cannot handle this life. Okay? But it's important. It's important to get your mind right and yourself in order. And what I find to work for me, I've been praying, y'all. You know what my prayers are sometimes? Lord, please help me. Help me, Jesus. Since, I like to be transparent as much as I can. Since the riot and the killing of black folks and stuff like that, that thing rocked my world, y'all. Because I can't understand the hatred, the level of hatred as human. How can you consume such hatred that you're able to take the life of someone else and it means nothing to you? Those that are not there, we can't understand. So you're going to be like, okay, I can't understand this. We'll never understand. Because when you have so much hate in your heart, first you hate yourself. Before you can hate someone else, you hate yourself. Before you can hurt someone else, it's the hurt that's going on within you. So understand that a lot of people around us are hurting. See it for what it is. Even in our very family, our loved ones are hurting. What do we do? And the best thing sometimes you could do is just pray. Pray, send a kind word, try your best. Because none of us are perfect. None of us are going to do this thing perfectly correct. All of this affects us as humans. All of it. It affects us at some level. But it's important to prepare your mind and protect your mind. What are you thinking? Are you having negative thoughts during this time? I was starting to have some negative thoughts just seeing. I was angry. I was so angry. I was so hurt for my people. Like, God, why? Why? What is it about us that, people hate because of the color? That is just beyond me, y'all. I don't know how y'all feel, but that's beyond me. To just hate a person because of their culture, because of the color of your skin. That is craziness, but it's happening. And we can't deny it because we see for what it is. But it's important to fill your heart with love. I try my best to say, God, help me to love myself. Make sure I love myself. And I love you, God, and I love my peoples. Love people. Because if somebody else need help, I should be ready as a child of God. I should be ready to help no matter, even if it's my enemy. I should be able to ready to help somebody that's in need. And so we have those of us that are strong. Even in the word it says, those of you that are strong, be ready to help those that are weak. People need help. We can't now understand we can't help everybody. But as you pray and God give you strength to help somebody else, that's all we can do our best. And ask God to lead. But understand, life is a roller coaster. Don't be in denial. Do not be in denial. Watch how you respond to life. One of the things I practice with myself and my husband, and my husband is one that brought this up to me. When you respond to life, think about why did you respond to life? Why did you respond to why did you respond to the person that said something negative about you? Or why did you respond to the situation the way you do? Always look at yourself. Always. The key to living a successful life, the key to leading to living a successful life is checking yourself. When things happen, look within. Because you have to stay sane. You have to stay strong. Because the world is going to be trying to take from you. People are going to be pulling here, pulling there. But you have to look about yourself. When you are strong, you can live. So always look within yourself at how you're responding to the present situation. Why am I feeling angry or upset about that situation? God, let me tell y'all, that works for me. That's how I stay sane in my little corner, y'all. Even to the riot and stuff that's going on. And I know because of the things that happened in my past, the abuse and stuff, I am sensitive to another person being abused. I'm sensitive to the next person being hurt. So it's important that if you have gone through trauma in the past, if you have gone through people, others hurting you in some way, whatever, the system, people, your family, whatever, it's important to understand that if you're not healed, or if you don't make yourself strong, You're going to respond to life out of those pain, the unresolved issues, those things. So it's important. Take your time. Take your time. Go in your quiet moments. This is what I do. This is why I'm here today. Because there was one time, trust me, I couldn't handle this life like this. Because it's a lot. It's heavy. It's a spiritual warfare, and it becomes heavy. What you surrounded, I had to remind myself I'm not like those who hate because of the color of one's skin. Yeah, you have to remind yourself, and you have to remind yourself you don't want to go there. You do not, because harboring unforgiveness and hate, that's just too much. I love to laugh. I love to enjoy life. I love the joy and the peace that I found in salvation from Christ. I love through Christ. I love that. So I do everything I can to harness that, to make sure I protect what I've worked for over the years. You know, you've worked for some things over the years, and you have to make sure you protect what you have worked hard for, because you can lose it. You can lose it overnight. Look how angry we get. We can get angry so in a second. I could get angry from 0 to 100 in a second, based on what's triggering me. You know, so it's important. Take time. Take time to reevaluate yourself, what you do. Because even though I'm ministering, the Lord has led me to minister in different ways. And I try my best to pray and ask the Lord, lead me. How can I reach the people? How can I reach them to let them know that, you know, you are there for them? And so the Lord gave me different ideas of how to minister. Right now I'm doing Journey to Salvation. And I'm doing the Journey to Salvation because there are some people that's never been in a church building, and there are people that don't understand what it means. So I'm trying to break it down so it doesn't just come as I'm preaching to you, or, you know, because the Lord is the Lord works in with diversity. He does things. When you look at the world, God, and the things that God does, He does it differently. God can heal you in a different way, and that's why it's important don't expect God to do the same thing, approach the situation the same way. God has a million ways to approach one situation. So He uses us in our own uniqueness. So understand, one thing I want to encourage you also, understand, move the way God said to move. If God put it in your heart and your mind to do something for Him, and it looks different from everybody else, do not allow others to talk you out of doing it the way God said to do it, okay? Understand that the Lord uses us differently to send the same message. Like the Bible says, it's one God, but as we have the arms in our body, our feet, our eyes, and we have all these different parts of bodies have different functions, but it all works together for the body. For the purpose of the body, right? And so it's just the same way in the kingdom of God. Whatever your calling is, whatever your gifting is, however God call you to go, however He tells you to move in your giftings or to do His will, do it. Even sometimes it looks silly to some people. When I got on Facebook, I'm like, I don't even like to hear my voice. This is so uneasy, because it is that I'm talking to it's like I'm talking to a phone. But you're right, they're watching, so it's important to understand who you are. Love on yourself. Oh man, guys, love on yourself, because when you love on yourself, you will entertain the right people in your life. You will do good for yourself. Okay, and then you can look and see what God if for those that don't know how to love God, begin by looking at the sun. The sun comes out every day. God never, sometimes God get angry and He never stopped the sun from shining. I look at that kind of stuff. The rain, the wind, the trees He created for us, the birds. God created all these things for us. So there's always a thankfulness, we should always have a thankful heart. God don't have to do another thing for me. Just the fact that He created all these things for my pleasure. He created for His pleasure, but He also it also benefits me. It benefits all of us Those are things we need to look into life like, wow, God, you didn't have to do all of this for us. And that alone made me shout. That alone made me just happy and excited. I go sit outside sometimes and just look at the awesomeness of God. You have to do whatever it is to stay sane, y'all, because it's gonna get hard. I'm not gonna butter it up and say, oh, it's gonna be okay. This is just gonna be for a short time. Nobody knows. This is life, and right now we are on a roller coaster ride. And we're climbing to that peak. And it's important that while the roller coaster, which is life, is climbing, have a plan. Have a plan that you are gonna stand no matter what. And more than anything else, remember, you can't do this. We always need a person that's stronger than us, a person that you can trust. And I found out that God knows how to do that more than anyone else. Our Creator. He knows how we think. He knows exactly. One thing I found out about God and what He does to me, He knows exactly how to get my attention. He knows exactly how to comfort me. He knows exactly, everything about me. So because of that, I go to Him. I'm like, Lord, I'm not feeling good today. I don't know. I can't do this. This is how I'm feeling, because God loves when we are real, when we are transparent. And if whatever you're feeling, tell God. He cares. The best thing you can do is say, God, even if that's all you can say when you go in your quiet time with God, God, I ain't feeling good today. This is really, I've had it. I'm tired of this virus. Lord, I don't know what to do, but I need you right now. Because understand, it's the same God that created the heavens and the earth, the clouds, everything, guys. Look at everything He has done. That's the same God that's saying, hey, I want you to pay attention to me. Tap into my greatness, because I'm a great God. I've done all this for you. And God said, imagine if I did all this for you and I sent my son to die for you. Man, it's on and popping. What else I can do for you? And I'm experiencing that. So I want to share that with you guys. Please be encouraged. Be strong. Do not allow, even during this time I wasn't on doing these lives. The enemy comes. The enemy comes trying to play on your mind. That's the fighting ground. And you have to protect this. Protect this. You have to make sure. And Kirsten Rose said, it's great hearing your voice. Beautiful lady. Thank you, Kirsten. And you are beautiful too, my love. It's so, I've met some awesome people. Kirsten is one of them. And everybody that's, I'm seeing. And hi, Michelle. And everyone. Great people. And, God has called us all to minister. But we can't minister if we are not made whole. And God is saying, it's okay. The race is not for the swift or for the strong, but for those that endure to the end, the saints shall be saved. So the Lord is saying, if you find yourself that it's hard for you right now, it's okay. God says, it's okay. Take your time. I'm with you. God said, I'm with you. And the Lord have encouraged me over the time. And sometimes you go on Facebook or YouTube, or the Lord just have that right word, that word that I'm like, oh my God, I needed that word. That's God. He does that kind of stuff. He loves us. He loves when we depend on Him. He loves when we call upon Him. That's what God desires. Because when in His Word, Jesus told his Father, He said, Father, all you have given me, I got this. All you have given me, I've lost none. The Lord knows how to protect His own. He knows how to help us to transition. So learn to transform your mind. Learn to not be in denial, but to say, whatever you're feeling, say this is what you're feeling. Whatever is happening, it is happening. The system is broken. Everything. Say that's what it is. So now what do? Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself, because the storm is coming, just like the storm in Florida, and the meteorologists and we hear the warning. Prepare yourself. The storm is coming. Prepare yourself. It's important, okay? Because the roller coaster is about to dip, and it's important that you hold on for dear life, okay? Understand who you are. Understand the God that created you, and know what He requires of you. Okay, and then that entertains peace. It entertains joy. In those moments when you feel like, oh my God, I can't take this, the Lord knows how to send someone to call you. He knows how to, bring a thought to your mind. Those things. So it's important that you understand that you just like those bars on a roller coaster, and you hold on. You're trusting in them bars that they ain't gonna fly off. You trusting that, hold on to them bars. On a roller coaster is gonna stay put. Jesus. Let me tell you, I get silly. Okay, sometimes I laugh. I think about these things and I laugh. I'm like, God, it's amazing how life can get and how it relates to different things in life. And roller coasters, what came to my mind, and I'm sharing this with you guys. The bars that you hold on to, understand, let them bars be Jesus. Okay? Let the bars that you hold on to be Jesus. Get into the word, ask for understanding, and stand. Okay? There are people that have to, when I look at the craziness, I can't even knock the people that's out there, and even I'm like, oh my God, what is it gonna take for people to listen? Put on your mask, put on some wash your hands. It's simple. But when you think about it, mentally everyone is not there. It's sad, but everybody is not there. And some people, the people that mentally are not there, they are being taken advantage of. And let me tell you guys, God don't overlook anything. I feel so sad for the people that really can't manage life on their own. People get stuck in situation. People get stuck. Situation will get you stuck if you've never been there. And so that's why it's important to have good leadership, because with good leadership, you can be led in the right direction. So, and for those that have to go to work, they don't know, where do I leave my kids? They got to go to daycare. People that had scheduled like, okay, when they're at work, the kids are in school or the kids are at daycare. What do you do? And God sees all of this. It's really a sad place to be in. I sit in my house sometimes, I'm like, God, this is hard. People are really, what do you do? But the Lord is saying, seek me, because God worked miracles. I've heard testimonies of people that says they've been wanting to be home and now God have them home. They could work from home. Open up your heart to change. That's another thing. We don't like change. This has been hard because I love to go out. I love to be hanging to the park. I love to do outdoors. That's me. So yes, sometimes I have to be like, babe, let's go outside. I'm like, I'm going to the backyard. I have to get some air. I have to walk. And thank God that the neighborhood is not crowded, so I can walk. So that's what works for me. So you have to get to the place where you protect what God has given you, and protect the joy of the Lord, the peace. Protect that. So you can, when the next person comes and need help, you can give a helping hand and not break down, So take your time. Take your time. Allow God to use you and to guide you. He's there. Open up your heart to the change. Like I was saying, we don't like, change is not easy. I've been on a job where things change and we're like, oh, we got to get used to the change. And that's how life is. We have to get used to the new, okay, we have to put the mask on when I go to the store, because I'm not just doing it for myself. I'm protecting others. We got to be selfless, especially as believers, or even in your relationship. Life is, everything we do, check it out. It's being selfless. It's teaching us how to be selfless. How much do we care about others? What do we do? The things that we do, are we just doing it to please ourselves while everybody else is hurting? It doesn't matter what I do and somebody else is hurting. Does it matter to you about what's going on with the next person? For those that have children, protect, what are you thinking? Are you thinking about yourself, or are you thinking about the kids? For those of you that have, for wives, for your husband, are you thinking about your husband, or are you just thinking about yourself? Husband, the same thing for your wife. And so God teaches us, You know, if you understand what the world is about, it's about relationship and about connecting to God, because God is love, and it's about teaching us to be like him. Okay, and that's what having a relationship with Christ is all about. Relationship is being selfless. So we have to teach ourselves. We have to learn. Purpose yourself. Position yourself to learn these things, because it's for your good and for God's glory. It's for your good. If you want a healthy and good life, you got to do the work on yourself. It's worth it. And when you mess up, go back and try again. Because this journey is not, the road to salvation is not a straight one. This journey of life is not straight. We're going to fail. We're going to say the wrong thing sometimes. We're going to, none of us are there. None of us are perfect. None of us got it all together. I'm encouraging you because the Lord has taught me some things, and I've understand, and now and it's helping me. So because it's helping me, I'm trying to help others. So understand that you can do this with God, because as the word said, with God all things are possible. And with Christ, I can do all things. I can do all things, capital ALL, through Christ who strengthens me. Okay, so you can do this. Strengthen yourself as an adult, as a parent, as a friend. Strengthen, work on you. Okay, you don't have to give in to the craziness. You don't have to put all this negative stuff in your system. Sometimes I have to pull away from social media because I was reading this, I was seeing that, I was, and it sometimes become overwhelming. So sometimes you have to step back sometimes and process, so you can be strong again and help others. Okay, so God bless you guys. I'm glad I was able to come on again and to encourage you and be strong. I pray that you're strong, that you can help someone else. Stay focused, trust the process of your relationship with Christ. And if you don't have a relationship, begin one. It's okay. It's okay, guys. Understand that you're not alone. You are never alone. Okay? And God bless you. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Love you.